Court, the movie podcast, where Sean
and Mampy
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law.
And guess what we saw? Ballerina from the
I
world.
better say it again.
John Wick.
Ballerina
Yeah, it's Ballerina.
from the world of John Wick. Is it called From the World of John
I
Wick?
think so. From the world of John, or from the something of John Wick. I don't.
From the lore of John Wick.
The rich lore-filled world of John
Yes.
Wick.
Do you remember that one time when John Wick went to that place?
Oh yeah.
What
still
if
thinking
one of the
about it.
ladies in that had a story?
Remember that?
You go, okay.
All right, I buy it. I buy
guess
it.
so. Is she gonna shoot people?
She better.
Yeah. Okay, I'll check it out.
They had me at the shooting. I was like, okay, all right. You know,
like to shoot?
Ballerina, ballet is fine, but you had a gun in it? That gets a lot more interesting. A lot more interesting, folks.
Wait, is this a movie about ballet? I'll remind you I'm a real man.
Yeah.
And I don't do that.
I need a little grit.
Ugh.
I like my coffee. I like the grounds in my coffee, okay?
I like my coffee like I like my shooting guns. Shot. Did you like this movie?
You
Mr.
know,
Mampy?
I had a rip-roaring time. I thought this was a hoot, holler, and I was like, ooh, whoa. That's how I felt about it.
Truly?
Yeah, I went, oh.
That's great.
As people were getting shot, stabbed, all types of stuff, I said, oh my gosh, whoa.
I liked some of this movie. I thought that it improved as it went.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And I thought, now, this may be a thing that I have in my head, but I thought that the reshoots were sort of obvious.
Oh.
Like, the behind the scenes was that this has been, like, around for, like, a year or two or something.
I didn't know this.
And they've been reshooting, and Chad Stahelski, who directed all the John Wicks, did a lot of the reshoots.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I thought some of the action seemed to be much better than some of the other action.
That is very true.
Which I assumed. I mean, Chad Stahelski. Say what you want about his obsession with coins. His action is fucking amazing.
Yeah, that is true.
And there was some shit where I was like, "Oh, this has got to be my man Chad, right?"
I wish that we could go through and see like which one was which. That would be cool.
It would probably hurt Len Wiseman's feelings, the listed director.
Yeah.
But I don't care about him.
No, it's all about who did the work. I want to know
who did the fucking work.
Who made me go, oh, wow, yow.
Do you think a John Wick fan will enjoy this movie?
I think so. I think if you can, like any John Wick movie, if you can kind of stomach the weird, the coin, there's two sides to the coin, like them trying to be whatever. You're like, just kill people. It's just to get to the action. And once you get through all that, I think it's fun and you'll like it.
Yes.
There's some silly action stuff where you're like, okay, this is kind of dumb, but whatever. We're just having a good time.
Yeah, I would say overall better than Fight or Flight.
Yes, better than Flight or Flight.
What were the other good action movies this year? Better than...
Have there been any action movies?
Better than the Love Hurts movie, which you didn't see, but I saw.
Didn't see it, yeah.
Better than... What was the other action movie we watched a week ago?
Oh, God. Isn't it crazy how they just go away? Mission Impossible.
Better than Mission Impossible.
I have to say funness-wise. And
really hurts me to say that.
Yeah, it's like, I'd much rather watch this.
1 hour shorter.
Yeah, you could watch this and some of a John Wick movie. So
yeah, literally 1 hour shorter.
Action, yeah. And probably 3 times as much action, I would say.
I mean, truly.
Just
Yeah.
This movie, it felt like once it gets going, I was like, oh, this is just fight. And it does a really fun job of like, oh, here's one of these boring in between scenes. No, it isn't. Actually,
Yes.
it's more action. I was like, that's fun.
Yes, absolutely.
That's kind of nice.
There are two main scenes that I don't wish to entirely spoil.
Oh, yeah, please.
That I thought were incredible. There is a flamethrower scene, and there is a hand grenade scene.
Yeah.
And the concept of the scenes is essentially, wouldn't it be cool to kill a bunch of people with a flamethrower?
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be cool to kill a bunch of people with a bunch of hand grenades?
I think, yeah.
And those are pulled off so beautifully that it's really difficult for me to say anything bad about the rest of the movie, which I will.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I will. But the plot is as follows.
Tell us.
There's a young girl named Eve. She's got a dad, but if you've watched the John Wick universe, you know that dad ain't gonna survive. He's got a silly tattoo on his back, so he's marked for death.
The honor.
Because he's part of the
Hola, mama.
The Ruskaroma.
Ruskamoma.
And Gabriel Byrne, who used to be in movies, is bad and he kills dad.
Oh, yeah.
So Ballerina gets taken by our man, was it Woodrow Wallace Willie? What is that guy's name?
His name?
The hotel man?
He's in lots of stuff. Very recognizable face.
What is his character's name, though?
Who knows? Winston,
that's what it is.
I think.
John
Yeah.
Winston.
Oh, yeah. He's like a pirate. It feels kind of like a pirate.
He's a pirate.
And
he's a dandy.
You cannot de-age him because his face is so worn from life. It was like, he looks not any younger at all.
He looks pretty rough.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I mean, he's fucking old.
Yeah, he is. I was like,
can be.
I thought they would get another actor, but no, they were like, let's just use him.
Hey, Eve.
Hey, man.
It's me. 15 years ago.
At least it wasn't like CG'd where they like took the face wrinkles and.
Thank God.
That'd have been crazy.
But she gets her daddy's dead, and she goes to a school for ballerinas.
Yes.
Or is it? It's actually a school where you learn various kung fu and fucking rolling around shit.
Yeah.
And you learn to shoot people. And a thing that I didn't know when I was watching any of the previous movies that I thought was kind of a cool wrinkle is you learn to protect people.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
The ballerina school is apparently, or maybe it's just her, is a school for bodyguards, sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
Like high class, super powerful bodyguards. I don't know why they're all women.
Yeah.
But that's cool too.
You never know.
There are men there, but they don't seem to be studying anything but doing karate.
Yeah, I was confused if they were part of the ballerina squad or if they're. Because, I mean, you see these performances, there are men dancing, so... They
don't get to show off their dancing at all in the movie. That
was my biggest note. I was like, okay, wait, are these guys dancers?
But, you're like, well, she's a ballerina. She's a dedicated ballerina. She's protecting people now. Certainly she's not going to go on a revenge journey.
No.
To find and kill the people who killed her dad.
Yeah.
Well, I got news for you. She is.
It turns out when you give people the skills to enact their revenge, they're gonna do it.
They're gonna do it.
And
so she goes around killing people. Mm-hmm. She meets the guy from The Walking Dead playing himself from The Walking Dead.
He is one of those actors. I think he does a good job, but he is literally the same person in everything he's ever done.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Because he's in Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
And the only thing different in that is that he doesn't have a country accent.
Yeah, and short hair, I think. No, wait.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Hey.
Who knows?
Tweet at us at Food Courtcast if you are in the Boondock Saints.
Yeah, literally the moment I see him with long hair, I'm like, oh, okay, it's Daryl from Walking Dead. He's back.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking international assassin.
You have no idea what you walked into. There's zombies, walkers, they're coming.
There's goddamn assassins all the fuck around here.
There
you
were.
Motherfucker.
That's true.
And she goes and she kills everyone.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
She really does.
And
Spoiler alert.
Also John Wick is there at one point.
Yeah, which that's in the trailer. That's not
in the
a
trailer.
giveaway.
So I won't tell you until it's spoiler time why he's there. And then when I get there, I may not even know.
We'll just leave it at rules and consequences.
Consequences. Rules, consequences. So if you are a fan of the John Wick series, I think you'll have a pretty good time.
I think so.
With the expressed notion, we have told you, like most movies now, they have to set it up about 30 minutes more than they need to.
Yeah.
Just because they have to. I don't know what it is.
They just got to.
I don't know whose fault it is. Just, we beg them not to, but
They always
it has
do
to happen. Even something that could happen in most movies in like 3.5 minutes or like old movies, it must be 30 minutes.
It must, yeah.
But other than that, once they do that,
You're like,
she starts
all
kicking
right.
ass and you're like, this is pretty cool.
This is nice.
I'm glad that man was shot with a shotgun.
Yeah.
And he's dead now. That's the kind of feeling you have when you watch the John Wick universe. So if you're into that, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's spoiler time now.
It's time to spoil it all.
But first, may I say to you and yours, let me tell you about Magic Mind.
Tell
this
me
is a
about
little brain drink for your brain and for your body.
Ooh.
It's full of nootropics.
Okay.
It's subtly sweet. It's got different, it's got all the mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
It's got all the vitamins.
Okay.
And it's supposed to give you a few things. One, it's supposed to give you some calm energy,
I love it.
which is lovely. It's supposed to give you some mental performance with lion's mane and all those, all those things.
I love lions.
And it's supposed to cool you down, a little bit less stress with ashwagandha and turmeric and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
And I'll say one of the most important things is just a tasty little treat.
Yes. You got to get that part right, folks. Because if it ain't tasty, I ain't drinking it. And they got it right.
That's yummy. Okay, it's called Magic Mind.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to try some for yourself, and if you want to reclaim your brain, as they say, go to magicmind.com/FCMay. That is FCMAY. Just go to magicmind.com/FCMay, and you can get up 20% off of your order, plus up to 48% off a subscription, which is an insane deal.
You got to get the I mean, come on. You got to get the subscription.
It's almost the same
folks.
price.
It's, hello.
I don't know how to do math, but it seems like it would be close,
seems
right?
like it, yeah. It just sounds great. The numbers sound great. Get yourself some Magic Mind, folks.
And go to magicmind.com/FCMay. And while you're at it, listen to us about talking about when we
talk about it, we're talking about it.
The Euro, the beef lamb Euro, the best part of Ballerina, a story of the John Wick universe where John Wick is there.
He is there.
Mampy, what's the best part of this movie?
I gotta say, for me, the Euro of the picture, you already mentioned it. It was one of the two scenes you mentioned. But for me, the grenade scene was quite magical, and I loved it. I don't know if it's completely realistic, but I didn't even care. I was just like, that is crazy. I've never seen that before. So many great explosions, people blowing up. There's
That's
one,
really
I think
wonderful.
she either puts it in the guy's mouth, something like that, and then like closes the door on him and then blows the door, like she's standing behind the door and it blows up. And I was like, that's so cool.
She's in the basement of armory, right?
Yeah. That whole setup. This is what I love. Every John Wick has this. They go and see the guns. How many guns am I gonna get today? And she's down in this place. He's like, I got some real guns for you. And in the middle of them talking, people coming and shooting. She didn't even get to grab any of the guns that she got. I was
Sad.
like, no.
You see guns like that, you're like, ooh, I sure would like to, go
She's trying to grab guns in the basement, but they're all old and don't have any ammunition in them. So she's got grenades. That's it, folks.
Good old reliable.
I love
grenades.
it. Just putting her in that dire situation and she just is like figuring it out is so fun. And there's one,
good.
I forget how she does it, where she like strangles the guy as he's got a grenade and like jumps over this metal table and then he blows up. And I was like, that is nuts.
I believe, if I remember correctly, she has like one or two on a belt.
Yes.
And she like pulls, or she's got it around his neck. She pulls the pins. She jumps over this big metal table so she won't be exploded.
Yeah.
And then he just goes kablooey.
He's just gone. I was like, oh, damn.
It's not part of the same scene, but later she does another hand grenade bit where she like throws a man out of a window.
Oh, that was amazing.
Who's like hanging from a rope, and then he explodes.
Yeah, guys like looking through a little, what is that, periscope, and like sees him, and then he's just gone.
There's
like, damn.
There's like a magical land in the end where there's like a Sikh who has 1,000 telescopes.
Yes.
Who's looking through them, and he calls himself the Eye, or maybe he's been dubbed the Eye. I don't know. I assume he's a Sikh. I don't know. He looks like
he's a seeker, seeking out
people at the very least.
Yeah, you never know.
The hand grenade scene is amazing.
It was so well done. I just loved it. Thrilling.
It is, in my opinion, the second best scene in the movie. Mampy.
Hey, look, I get it. I get the spectacle of the other scene, but this scene to me was explosive. I mean, people were blowing up. I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
It was just what I go to the movies for, folks.
This is why we go to the movies.
This is it.
My favorite scene, which you may have guessed by now, is the flamethrower scene.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Our young lady Eve, played by Ana de Armas, by the way.
Yeah, great.
We should probably say her name one time.
Yeah.
In the movie. Though, like, in a movie like this, the acting isn't the most important part.
Yeah, it's just kind of there.
It's like, hey, you're just go and stand there and then do karate.
That's why John Wick works so much. He's just like, this doesn't matter.
Yeah. Me, yeah.
I was never just a puppy. Okay.
Cool.
It's pretty neat.
He's cool. So she's in a similar situation where she's like, I don't got no gun. And then she opens up a little container full of flamethrowers.
She's like, okay, this will do.
And she starts blasting people with flamethrowers. And correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like she's shooting a flamethrower, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Fire rarely looks good when it's fake.
Yeah, it looked pretty awesome.
Which made me think that it looked real.
Yeah.
And she's just wandering around blasting people. It is reminiscent of like the Dragon's Breath shotgun scene because they shoot a lot of it from above.
Yeah, it definitely made me think of that for sure.
But she is just blasting people with flamethrowers.
Yeah, super cool.
And she's got this really cool flame retardant, like shiny outfit that's cool. People are like, I'm going to get you. And she's like, and there's, other than like one tiny thing where it sort of looked like they were CGing people's heads.
Yeah.
Faces, real faces over like the fake faces that you like wrap your head in when you're being set on fire.
Yeah.
It was pretty realistic looking and terrifying.
I was like, oh my gosh.
There's lots of like, I mean, and the cool thing for me is that it's played like a gunfight. Like people are like, at one point she's doing flamethrower versus flamethrower with like the big Lego
wild.
Man.
Yeah, the Lego
His
Man.
head is shaped like a Lego.
He really did look like
He's
a Lego.
Big, massive Lego Man, very strong. And they're doing like shoot, flame explodes, and then like hiding behind a truck because a flame's coming for them.
Crazy.
And it was just really cool. And like any good stunt, felt incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't. But while I was watching it, I was like, oh, shit.
There was a part where she, like, jumps over some crates and is just, like, fully on fire for, like, 2 seconds. And I was like, did she actually do that? Like, I was like, oh, my God.
I mean, they do a really good job either with hiding her face or whatever.
It freaked
touching
me
up
out.
a face of someone.
I thought the actress was going to, like, get up and have, like, a scar. I was like, she just fully got engulfed in flames.
Yeah. There's many times when they are on fire or in fire.
It's pretty cool. I was like, dang.
Crazy shit.
Nutty.
It was pretty awesome. You know what else is good about this movie?
What?
In my opinion? There's an entire Swiss town.
Yes.
that in which lives an assassin cult.
I loved that whole
run by Gabriel Byrne.
It was fun.
It's really just a cool idea.
Yeah, it was really, and I loved like how it kept, because I feel like she wasn't clocking it for a bit, and she'd be like, "Oh, there's like a mom with her kid," and then the mom's just like trying to like kill her. And you're like, Jesus.
Everybody, they do that thing in the Wick universe where everyone is a killer.
Yes, I love it.
But in this one, it's just the whole town. That's the reason why everyone is a killer. Is because
that's nice.
This whole town is a cult, and they all have X's carved into their wrists.
Oh gosh.
And so Eve has to go throughout the town, shooting people and killing them.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's cool when she kills people. The
shot they show of the school, and then they reveal like all these targets that are just like shot up and cozy. Yes. This is crazy.
Yep.
Like what a fun! I just thought it was a fun concept.
I mean, I'm terrified of the movie they try to make out of that.
Oh,
but
true. Yeah.
Might be good.
Hey, you never know.
Might be good. I'm sure that someone in that town will have to get revenge against Ballerina.
I do love when she goes into the kitchen after killing that one guy, and the chef lady just starts attacking her. I was like, "This is so." I love that kind of stuff. It's so fun.
I also wrote down plates.
Yeah.
At that point, they're like, there's a gun. They're fighting for a gun. A big pile of plates falls on top of the gun.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get under the plates to get the gun, and they're smashing each other with plates.
It takes so long. I love it.
Really good. It's really good.
It was very like Buster Keaton Stooges, which they have a reference to Buster Keaton with that TV scene with the remote. They're like hitting
Chad loves a Buster Keaton.
Yeah, I was like,
so I'm guessing that's a Chad scene, maybe he convinced Len Wiseman to put a Buster Keaton scene in there. But I feel like Buster is in a lot of the Wicks as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey.
I think so.
Hey, me too.
There's a thin line between Buster Keaton and busting someone's ass. With fists.
So true.
With fists.
I've never heard it put so eloquently.
Thank you. When you get into film... critique film, unwrapping the layers. You have to learn the language.
Yeah. There's a thin line between Charlie Chaplin and
Charlie Chapped.
Chapping ass.
Clapping.
Charlie clapping ass.
Which I don't know if that quite works, but
there's thin line between Charlie. There's another silent comedian named Charlie Chase. Between Charlie Chase and Charlie chasing a man who killed your dad.
Exactly.
In the first scene of the movie.
That's what I'm talking about.
What else is good about this movie?
I loved all the fights. I love. There's some brutal moments where like an axe gets thrown into a guy's head. Like there's a couple times where she shoves something into someone's head. Like there's a part where she leaves, and then gets attacked by someone, and like she's fighting him at his car, and then she like breaks his arm through the door and takes his own weapon. And she leaves, and then she comes back and then like stabs him in the. It's like a pickaxe or something. I was like, dang. Yeah.
That's cool.
She done killed him. She
also, at some point in some fight, covers a man in plastic.
Oh, yeah.
They're in one of those rooms where there's plastic.
I forgot about that.
They're working on the room.
Yeah.
And she shoots him with a shotgun inside the plastic.
Wild.
And the plastic just explodes with blood.
Nutty.
Good bit. Really good bit.
Really? Yeah. I thought the fights mostly were really great.
Yeah.
They were all very fun, and I was like thrilled. Ice skates are fun to see kill people.
Oh.
Love to see it.
Yeah, the ice skate scene. She was using them like nunchucks.
Yeah. And then she had them on her hands. Like,
Yeah, it was
like,
cool. Cutting people up.
of course, samurai swords. There's like the whole place on fire, and she's just like, she just lost her sister, so she's like mad, and she's
Yeah.
a sister she didn't even know she had
Yeah.
for the whole time, and then she found
Long
out, and then
time.
she lost her instantly. I went, dang.
That's too bad.
Because if she had just died a random lady, okay, who cares? But nope, sorry.
That's my sis.
Yeah, I just like the pacing. I felt it was very fun. After the setup, it was like, okay, we're going.
We're going. She
No more
goes to
waiting.
a place and she kills 10 people. She's got to go to another place and she's got to kill 10 other people.
Which I kind of like because, like, especially in the last John Wick, there's a lot of like, oh, cool action. Then like, okay, let's stop the pace completely and just talk. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't really care about
I
Pennywise.
love John Wick 4. I love John Wick 4.
I thought it was
But
fun, but
there is just
Yeah.
tons of shit in the
you're
middle
like,
there.
all right, come on. I think 2 is still my favorite.
2 is amazing.
What a great time.
2 is like the perfect balance.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, we got some of the shit that like they're obsessed with.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got to stab yourself with the thing, and then you put the thumbprint on the thing, and then you close the thing, and then if you give the thing to the people, then the guy's got to do the thing no matter what. And it's got a lot of that, enough that like they can be happy.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it in there. Look, there's another different coin that does a different thing. But then he like, you know, he checks that there's a bullet in the gun with one hand somehow. He goes, and you're like, yeah, kill those people, John Wick.
Kill them.
I wrote down another thing, and then I'm almost out.
Okay. Tell me about it.
How did she get this hand? She brings a severed hand in a bag to Mrs. Adams.
Yes, Mrs. Adams.
What is her fucking? I knew her name right before the podcast.
Oh, Angelica Houston.
Yes, Angelica.
I don't know her
Houston.
name in the movie at all.
Bleh.
Mariska
Her name is
Mishka.
Biska Wanda Baibada. She's got sort of a Jabba the Hutt kind of name. And she's the, I don't know what her job is. She runs the Riscaroma, I guess.
she is the lady, the head lady.
And yells at people about ballet.
The director. They just call her the director. I don't think she has a name.
Yeah.
I think.
Played by Angelica Houston.
Classic.
And then Ana de Armas, played as Eve, drops a severed hand onto her desk, and Angelica Houston perfectly says, "Is there a reason you brought me a severed hand?"
Yeah.
It's good. It's really
Doesn't she
good.
say, like, take your hand?
Yes, at the end she says, "Take your hand with you," or something like that. That's good.
She has a funny bluntness to her.
She does. She, like I think many characters in this, she doesn't have a lot to do,
Yeah.
but she's trying.
Anyone who isn't John Wick usually has nothing to do. So it's nice that now there's a second John Wick, but a lady who
Yes.
has something to do.
Yeah, she gets to go to places and do things. Like,
Which-
she gets to move around and shoot.
I don't know about your experience. When John Wick showed up on the screen, we got a applause break. People were
Whoa.
like, wow.
Really?
It was wild. I was like, whoa, they love John. I mean, do too.
I love John Wick, but I was like, okay, I guess
back.
he's here.
Yeah, I guess. I do always struggle with like where they reshoot a scene from another angle and they're like, but look who was here the whole time. You're like, I don't know.
She was there,
She was there.
hiding just outside of the camera in the
Yeah,
last
you just
movie.
couldn't see her.
Yeah.
They should re-release John Wick 1 and digitally put her in the background. That would be so funny.
Kind of a good
Like
idea.
Star Wars. No, they were there.
Oh, no, we always
no.
planned for Ana de Armas to be the standing
Yeah.
over there,
Shoots a Force Ghost.
looking.
Yeah.
She was looking.
She was looking at him. What do you want?
What else do you have for kind things? Before I talk shit.
Oh yeah, I just had a good time. I kind of liked that they showed her get her butt whooped a bunch. Like,
Yes.
just like, okay, she's not John Wick level immediately. Like,
she's not there yet.
Kind of
even by the end, she's not really there.
Yeah, true. Very true.
But she does kill.
Which, there's gonna be young John Wick movies. They're coming.
Yeah.
YJW.
It's tough because, I know that Chad Stahelski is working on Highlander or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know.
And that sounds great.
Yeah.
But I have a fear because there's already so many John Wick ripoffs.
Yeah.
Like almost every action movie now is John Wick ripoff.
That's true.
John Wick in a plane.
Yeah.
John Wick if he was a small Asian selling homes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was one of the ideas they had. John Wick. John Wick if he was on vacation is one of the ones coming up.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty exciting.
In Nobody 2, which actually
I didn't know they were doing that. That's funny.
Yeah. Wow. John Wick, doing things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm nervous about the fact that there will be even more John Wicks and already like a glut of John Wick ripoffs.
I know. It's a shame that we just get something we like and then just can't stop. We're like ravenous pigs.
Some of the ripoffs are okay.
Yeah.
The first Nobody's pretty good.
You're like, all right, this is... At least
Novocaine was another movie this year. Or was that last year? Seems so far away.
This year. I didn't see it, but I think...
It's fine.
Yeah.
It was okay.
I felt that way about Nobody. I was like, had fun stuff, but...
It was fine.
Fine.
I think Nobody was the first movie I saw after I got the dreaded shot.
Oh, yeah?
That gave me all the autisms. And, but whatever autism it gave me, I was like so excited to see Nobody and be in the theater again. So I was like, oh, this is fun. I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see a movie in the theater.
I love it.
Do you have any other kind things to say about this movie before we talk about it?
I think that covers everything. It was fun.
Yeah.
I thought the action was shot well, mostly. Like,
Yeah.
I could see what was happening, which is always nice.
It's just like a pretty good action movie.
Yeah.
Some of the action is exemplary.
Yeah, you're like, whoa.
There's some action that's like amazing, really good.
Mhm.
Maybe not best ever, but like there.
And
somewhere
good
around there.
on the Anna or Anna, I don't know which way you say it. She crushed
I think
it.
I've said both.
Yeah, all the ways.
She did crush it.
I was like, okay, pretty convincing that you're kicking everyone's butt.
Looks like she's doing a lot of it.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
The bad things.
Yep.
I think a lot of the bad things are what you expect us to say.
Yeah.
Because we've sort of been talking about them. My least favorite thing is that they say rules and consequences again.
Yeah, it's like, all right.
In the third one, they say it a little. They say it a couple times maybe. And in the fourth one, they say it so much. They say some version of rules, consequences, consequences, rules, consequences. And then like John Wick shows up and he's like, oh, rules and consequences, consequences and rules.
Don't forget.
Like, shut the fuck up about rules and consequences. It's just annoying.
It shows that there's not much there for the character. You're like, oh, okay, that's all you have to say, I guess.
That's all he has.
Yeah.
My dog.
My dog. My poor dog.
I don't know. I was just really annoyed by it.
Yeah, that stuff gets old in movies. I just don't like it. I'm like, okay, yes, it's the grapefruit of this movie. It's like, all right, we don't need to hear this 7,000 times.
Taking deep breaths in the mic, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Just let it out.
Into the mic about rules and consequences.
If you're sitting around listening to this pod frustrated, just let it out. Just go.
Yeah, that was the main thing. I mean,
Yeah,
I've got like 10 other things that are small, but just rules and consequences. They just don't need to say it so many times. Even if they say it once in the movies, that's okay. But like they wore it out in so much in John Wick 4 that they can like just quit for a few movies.
Yeah, just please.
We know that there's rules and consequences.
Yeah.
I don't think there actually in this movie there aren't any consequences
Except
for what she's doing.
yeah,
but
she's fine. She doesn't. I mean, she does lose her sister, but
that's true.
I mean, she wouldn't have even known that was her if she
Yeah.
hadn't told her.
The consequences are she kills everyone
Yeah.
and is fine.
And the poor assassin cult loses its leader, but they'll probably go on to keep being a cult because you can't really just stop being a cult. It turns out it's like, oh wait, that's my lifestyle.
Hard to do.
All these children I've raised to be murderers. We're not just gonna stop now. It's
Hard
like,
to do.
Yeah, so it's a tough
Hey
one.
kids, you want to play some games?
Now that could be a movie. The kid's like, okay, well, we were in this death cult, but then now we have to be just regular kids again, and
Wow.
they get a bully, and they're like, well, that's not, yeah. And they could protect everybody. Murder kid could save them.
Oh, Murder Kid
Could be good.
from the John Wick universe.
Murder kid. Da-da-da-da.
What's the worst part of this movie, Mampy? My low main, by the way, I didn't even mention low main. My low main was the rules and consequences, but I have many others.
And my low main, this is a pet peeve of mine. Eve gets knocked out in the same way twice.
Interesting.
Her sister knocks her out from behind before she knows it's her sister.
Yes.
When they are trying to save the little girl. And then later she gets caught again and knocked out the same way. And I just always hate that in movies. I'm like, just throw her into a wall or something. Like, don't do it the same way.
Bonk. She just got bonked.
Starts to get like, why aren't they just killing her? Like, it starts to become that. And you're like, it seems very convenient that they're just like knocking her out when they could just blast her. Like, I don't really get why.
They could burn her alive.
Yeah, they could do anything.
That's what I would do.
I mean, they're like, oh, we'll leave it for the hotel to kill her. But it was a little like, why didn't you just shoot her? I don't get it.
Yeah.
But okay.
Really weird.
Yeah, odd. So that kind of stuff, I went, that doesn't really make sense. But
you know what else sucks?
What?
May I be frank? Do you remember this moment?
Oh, God. I didn't get why they did that.
Yeah, it's really awful.
Like, what the hell?
The guy who runs the gun shop that Eve goes to is a big black man named Frank, and he has a little name tag that says Frank, and he says, "May I be Frank?"
Oh God!
And then do they pan down or do they just show him in the?
They show the thing and I think like show his face, like
maybe that's what it is.
And it's
she goes. Yes.
That's so weird.
They try to do like an airplane, top secret, that kind of thing joke. May I be frank? But it's just like no laugh, at least for my theater, like, no laughs. And we just went, ugh. I went.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was unnecessary. I've always said it. If there's just not natural humor in the story or movie, you don't gotta force it. It's not gonna work out. Now, if this was Bad Boys 7, you could maybe.
That'd be pretty good.
Now, Mike, he said his name was Frank, and he said, "Can I be Frank?" You know, something like that. But this is not gonna really work here.
No, it's not the right movie.
It isn't. It just isn't. You don't. I can't think of any humor naturally put into any of the John Wick movies now that I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, all the funny stuff is like the stunts and things like that. Like,
whoa.
Like they're smashing each other with plates. That's funny.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And I think that's funny on purpose, but it's not like a joke. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
It's a bit or whatever.
This is
John rolling down the stairs in 4 is pretty funny.
Holy shit.
There's like things like that are like Buster Keaton inspired, so they're funny. But also you're like, ugh. Ow.
Yeah, I didn't like the Frank line. I was like, this is kind of
I got 10 more.
Okay, tell me.
This is just a general one for the John Wick universe.
Yeah.
But it's kind of worse in this one. Like, almost every bad guy can survive 10 head injuries or like 1,000 stabbings before they get killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little better in John Wick because maybe John Wick's a better killer or whatever.
Yes.
But like just guys getting, I mean, literally like hit with a huge iron frying pan 12 times.
Yeah, you're like,
and they're still fighting. It's like, I know that this is a movie.
Yeah.
And I know that this is very heightened, but like, it has to be within 4.
Yeah. It's like
being hit with like a 7-pound frying pan.
Yeah, a guy's
where he at least shows pain.
Yeah, I mean,
something.
She like gouges out this one guy's eye, and he's just still fighting. You're like, how? Like, why are they so beefy?
Yeah,
they're beefed up.
And I mean, obviously this is comic book. This is heightened. This is action movies. Whatever. Sure. But at some point, it goes like, well, these are all unkillable guys. So when they actually get killed, you're like, okay, I guess he finally died from that.
We think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They might just get back up.
Every possible person could get up.
Yeah. It is kind of nuts. I was like, whoa. And it did kind of make her feel a little, like it was a little more dire because it's like, okay, she's not killing them as quickly as John Wick. But there should be a middle ground where it's like, okay, you just blew him up. Like, why is he...
Yeah, just guys. Their arms are like splattered on the wall from being exploded, and they're coming back.
This is a middle lo mein gyro. It's like half gyro, the other end has lo mein noodles coming out of it. Which is funny. You combine them, you're like, I don't know if that would work, but
not bad.
It could be not bad.
Not bad.
Every time we do this show too, it's like go get Panda Express, but then I'm like, is it worth it? I know like a few hours later I'll be like, ooh, but is it?
I always feel amazing. When I eat it, I feel amazing.
I feel good. It has the longest life of any fast food place of like feeling good. Like Taco Bell has the quickest like, oh, okay, I'm going to feel bad in a little bit. But Panda Express, I feel like it goes pretty long. And then I'm like, ooh, all the fried and the gooey that is getting to me. But... yeah. I don't know why. I said, oh yeah, the
combo pack.
Half good, half bad. The flamethrower versus the water, it was a little cheesy. It was kind of cool to see, but I was like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't like RRR where I'm like, okay, this is so heightened. I don't mind them fighting with water and fire. Like, this is like superhero level, but this felt a little like, I don't know about this.
It was fine. Yeah. Like, it didn't bother me, but I also was kind of like, oh, well, look at this metaphor.
Yeah, it was a little much. I was like, they presented it so grandiose. I was like, yeah, I mean, sure.
And also just like a weird metaphor. It's like, well, she's not water.
Yeah, it was odd. Yeah,
she's not putting in, she just spent like an hour burning people alive. She is not putting anything out.
Yeah, it was interesting. I don't know. I don't know if it worked exactly, but that's and just set up. You could probably like you said, trim it down a bit.
They just she's got to study, and she studies, and then you know what I mean.
She
just keeps on studying.
Yeah.
I've got like 10 more.
Tell me about it.
Struggling. This is in every action movie now, so I wanted to get it out.
Yes.
One man is on top of another man with a knife. They're fighting. The knife is getting closer. He's like pushing down on the knife. I think they even do it in the first Wick. He's pushing down on the knife, trying to kill the man. That is in every action movie now.
Yeah.
And we just we get it.
We get it.
Just like just put a different bit in there.
You could do anything else.
Yeah.
Especially with how creative these movies are.
Yeah.
Which there were, like, I do like how they disrupted some of the traditional stuff. Like, she drives away and then gets pushed back into the scene by a car and the guy's trying to kill her.
That was good.
I don't know if it looked the best, but it was like, well, that's a fun way to like, oh, nope, the scene's not over. Like, I do like the way they played with that a bit.
That was cool.
But yeah, there was some stuff where like, okay, yeah, I've kind of seen this. The first scene where she's just getting beat up by those, the people who are trying to kill that lady or take that lady. I was like, oh yeah, I don't know if she can, she's going to be able to do this. She's getting her.
Yes. She does get her ass
That's
beat
kinda
in a
wild.
ice
Yeah,
bar.
the ice bar. Ice bar. Yeah, it was odd. I was like, this seems very dangerous for anyone. Like, that's a,
Whoa. Okay, I have 3 more.
Tell me.
Just quick. Just
Tell me.
super quick. This is in probably a few of the other movies, but I was once again struck by how weird it is to have like a Tarkovsky on the what is that called?
Oh,
I can't think of any words. On the
Marquee.
matinee. On the marquee. A Tarkovsky on the marquee outside of a ballet studio and killing training center.
Yeah.
They kill.
I don't
So are people aren't seeing ballet there, right? Or are they?
think they are, but they also train killers.
They also train killers,
Yeah.
but they're not seeing movies there, right?
No.
So why does it say Tarkovsky, the name of a director of movies?
Maybe there's
I feel
another one. Maybe this is a popular Russian name.
that probably is.
You never know.
I
It
guess
could be
that's
like
true.
John Smith or something here, maybe.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
Tarkovsky sounds so cool to us.
It does.
But
Okay,
who knows?
You're right. You talked
Who
me out of it.
knows? Yeah.
I think also in general, like one of the main problems I have with all of the John Wick movies is like taste.
Yeah.
There's just like an issue of taste where like lots of the stuff I can forgive because the action is cool and I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
But some of it is just like so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like it's like very like 13-year-old thinks this is cool kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like they give her a cross tattoo with an angel and the tattoo looks kind of stupid.
It does. Oh,
And it's like a massive cross tattoo on her back and it's just like
that's
fucking she looks like an idiot.
That's
with this
in my
stupid
lows.
tattoo.
When they reveal the tattoo, I was like, wait, she just got that. Wouldn't it look like kind of red and like I was like, wait, that looks like it's been on there forever. I was like, that doesn't really work. I was like, wait a minute.
But in general, it's just like it's a very kind of new metal coded movie.
Yeah.
And I like to a certain extent some of that dumb shit.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me too much. But like when it seems like they want you to think that a big cross tattoo with an angel on it is cool.
Yeah, and you're like,
You're kind of like, it's like that's a stupid tattoo, but it's also like way too big.
Yeah, it's so
like a really big tattoo. And she's going to be a ballerina. Like the tattoos are sticking out of the back of her ballet dress.
Yeah.
How's she ever going to be a ballerina? I know she's supposed to be a killer, and for some reason they're also teaching them ballet. But
she's got to be on stage.
What is this?
Yeah, they're gonna need some serious makeup on her back.
Final thing. Why, but also how is John Wick there?
Yeah, I don't know if it quite made sense how they fit him in there.
Isn't everyone on Earth trying to kill him, or is that the wrong movie?
I think we're somehow in between the first and second movie.
Really?
I think because they have the puppy thing.
Yeah.
So he's like when she first sees him, they're like doing the puppy business, and then I think the next time he appears is between the first and second movie. I think that was the only way I could make sense of it because I was like, well, he still has his finger, so it's not in the third movie's territory.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay, I guess it's before the second because I don't know. It was a little odd. I was like, I guess this makes sense. Maybe. I
mean, it's fine with it. I like Keanu Reeves a lot, and I like the character John Wick, so I was fine with it. But it was like, how did doesn't literally everyone on Earth want to kill him for like $100 million or something?
I think that started in the second movie, but I could be wrong. I don't.
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I have to say though, I will put it in my lows. I loved seeing him, but I thought his action scenes were kind of not that great. I was like, oh, he didn't really get to do anything that cool.
They weren't the best. He did some like taekwondo or some shit.
Yeah, I was like,
which was cool.
Just not as fun or creative as the normal
No.
John Wick stuff. I
No.
was like,
No, it was like very basic stuff,
yeah.
which was kind of cool, but like, she got to blow people up with hand grenades
Yeah.
and burn people alive.
It's like he would have been doing that.
No disrespect to John Wick.
No.
This whole time, it sounds like I've been disrespecting John Wick.
I love the John Wicks. I'm a big John Wick.
I love the John Wicks. Yeah. It's just, you have to take a lot of, kind of stupid shit with the John Wicks.
Yeah, which I think I just remembered that someone bought me the box set, sadly, before the fourth movie. So I just have the first three, but that's okay.
Hey, those are the ones that I would want to watch the most anyway.
They're my favorite.
Those are definitely the best one.
I mean, the dog fighting. Remember that? That was wild.
Dog fighting's so good.
They got kooky with those.
Three's really good.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Three's on the edge of being too much of a good thing.
Yeah.
And 4 goes all the way full too much.
Kooky.
But 3's
also,
really fucking good.
I had to ask, like, I mean, I could just be completely off, but like Lance Reddick, like, how did they do? Was he still alive when they shot this, or I'm like confused.
I guess he must have been.
Yeah, I was like, how did they?
It was weird to see him.
Yeah, it like really threw me.
He has that sort of emotional death in 4.
Yeah,
and that kind of works in a way that a lot of the emotional stuff doesn't work in those movies.
True.
But yeah, it was weird to see him just be like I sort of wanted a moment to go like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I love him. But it's like played with no reference to the fact that was alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's what it was. That's why I couldn't tell, and it felt like they were cutting around him or something. Like that's what I was like. Is this some kind of new like way they figured out how to cut him back into a movie? I don't know. I was like,
I mean, maybe.
If
they did, they finally perfected it.
Yeah, I was like,
amazing.
But maybe it did get delayed because of that too. Who knows?
I think it did get delayed a few times. Hey, still, as many shit talkings I had to say.
Yeah,
pretty good movie.
I had a blast with it. I would watch it again. I thought it was fun. I liked the action.
Yeah, you
right.
can even show up. I mean, literally 20 minutes late.
Hey, I may have missed the first 5 minutes, but that's okay.
There's okay action scene. Like,
Yeah.
it definitely is like constantly rising.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the dad fighting a little bit, and then he got caught, and I was like, okay.
It was okay.
Yeah, I was like, I know I'm not going to need to be attached to this guy at all.
No. You don't need to be attached to anyone in the John Wick universe.
No.
But we can't only talk about John Wick 5 : Ballerina.
Yeah.
We've got to talk about Pan Express presents Express Yourself about the movies you watched this week. Play that theme song.
Ding 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 bring bring bring. It's time for the Panda Express boop boop because we got some things to express ding ding about the things we watched boop boop this week. Da 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 brum.
Did you watch anything?
I did. I watched 2 movies, not 4. 2. I held up 2 twos. Sorry.
I watched more than 2, but I wrote down 2.
Oh, nice.
So we can go back and forth.
Okay. Who wants to go first? Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
All right.
I'd like to tell you about a movie, Dangerous Animals.
Ooh, the shark movie?
The shark serial killer movie, which I thought was pretty good.
Really?
It was fine.
Interesting.
I kind of had really high hopes for it because that's just a cool idea. Like, what if Jaws plus serial killer that's the kind of movie that I love to watch.
It's a good team.
But it was pretty good.
Really? That's interesting. Okay.
Just like people being dropped into the water and being eaten by sharks.
That's wild.
People being stabbed a lot.
Wow.
Not great.
Yeah.
But okay. That's about all I have to say. I don't have much to say about it because it was fine.
That one I never once saw a trailer for. I was like, oh.
I saw a bunch somehow.
Really? Interesting. Yeah, I guess.
Maybe.
Different movies.
Maybe I just got lucky.
Yeah. Had to be.
Maybe I just got lucky.
Maybe you just got lucky.
Did you watch anything?
Yes. I saw, as you saw last week, Friendship. Starring Tim Robinson, Paul Rudd, what's her name? Oh God, I forgot
lady?
it. She has an interesting name. I totally forgot it. But and I had a fun time. I thought it was a fun movie. Pretty wild.
Pretty good.
Brutal in a very specific way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very well done. I think if you're a fan of his show, you'll like the movie.
Yes.
It's a little more dark, I guess. And
yes.
Yeah, depraved, but it's
possibly. I mean, mostly because it's just so spread out.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to see like how painful it is to live in a world with a guy like that.
Yeah.
But also you get to see like, aren't I kind of like that?
Yeah, you go, ooh, I've definitely been in that.
Definitely done shit like that.
Yeah, people are like, they're not into this. It made me think of any time I've been on the stage performing. I went, yeah, okay. I get it. I get what I'm doing to people now.
They don't like it.
They don't like it. They go, get up.
I'm bombing.
Get off the stage.
Yeah, I saw it again with a friend. I think it's maybe not my favorite movie of the year, but it's close.
Yeah, it's fun.
I just think it's really, really funny.
Unexpected.
Especially because movies aren't funny. And I think it has at least in like a not too on the nose way a little bit to say about our modern world.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think
and like how much we've been ruined by our phones and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I yeah.
Yep.
I think I maybe would have changed Paul Rudd for someone else. I feel like Paul Rudd went a little too into the world. I think I told you this over text. Like, I like when everyone else is just like regular and Tim Robinson is just like unhinged. And Paul Rudd felt a little like kind of character-y.
Yes.
To me, and him being a news guy felt too Anchorman-y, and I was like,
I can see that.
This is kind of not working. But the rest, I love the crazy character, regular people, and they're just like, what's the big deal? Like, it's, and just so, like, people would probably say cringe or whatever, but it's like, oh no, that's the whole point. I'm just creating this space, which I love. I find that great.
Yeah, people are like that.
Yeah, it's like,
I mean, it is heightened, obviously.
Yeah,
to what he does, but there are people. I'm like that a lot of the time.
Yeah,
maybe not as bad as he is, but
definitely.
Like some of the shit, it's just like, yeah. I've had that kind of conversation before.
There are some interesting, but there are points where he points out stuff where I'm like, no, that is kind of weird. No acknowledging it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's a fun time.
9 stars.
9 stars.
I also watched. I think I've talked about this movie on the show before, but I would like to re-talk about it.
Tell me about it.
Ron Howard's 13 Lives.
Oh, never seen it.
Movie that no one has seen.
Never.
Because it was put onto a streaming service.
Oh.
Which makes it not exist, which is too bad because this is one of the few movies that should exist.
Really?
That have been put on a streaming service.
Tell me about it.
It's about the kids in, I think, Thailand who like go into a cave and then they're stuck in the cave because the waters rise.
Dang.
So they have to get these like special like super divers to like dive through a full of water cave that has like tight little spaces. And it's just about them saving the kids and like putting themselves in serious danger. And it is obviously not a silent film, but a lot of it plays as such. Like there's whole long stretches of the movie where people are underwater moving through tight spaces in caves. And it's just like a really great, maybe not perfect, but when I think about it, I think of it as perfect.
Whoa.
This movie, just a really great movie that is about, making move. Like, this is what I want out of a movie is like people moving around.
Okay.
And doing things that like, you can't do this on a stage. If you wrote it in a book, it'd probably be kind of boring. But just watching them in these like near-death situations, trying to figure out these crazy things, and of course, it's based on real life. I just think it really kicks ass. It's on Amazon. It's an Amazon original, sadly. And if you like kind of thriller action, water shit, I just think it's really fucking good.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd never heard about. I heard about the real thing, obviously, but like not the.
It's amazing, and it's got Viggo Mortensen.
Ooh.
And it's got Colin Farrell.
Okay.
And they're kind of, being great in it, obviously. But it's just really cool.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I would never recommend anyone watch anything on a streaming service.
Yeah.
Because it's mostly shit.
It really is. You had to really search through that.
But this is one of the rare movies like made for streaming where they weren't like, oh, this is for streaming. It can be a total piece of shit.
Yeah, the quality drop, you can tell instantly. You're like, oh god,
it's wild.
Gonna be.
But this should have been a real movie.
Wow.
In a theater, and people should have been like, oh, this is like one of the best movies of the year, isn't it? This movie rules.
That always I felt that about Prey. I wish this had been in the theater.
Put it in there.
When I see the new trailer for Predator, they're like, from the director of Prey. I'm like, oh, only that.
They should release it in theaters before they put out the new Predator.
That would be fun.
If they know what's good for them. Put it out for a week.
Idea.
People will see it.
Good idea. Absolutely. So
put out 13 Lives for a week, just for me.
Just for sure. Yeah.
I'll see it 3 times, I bet.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
13
13 times. I was like that.
I mean, true. I might see it there. Truly, I would. It's a fucking awesome movie.
That's great. I love it. You want to know what else I watched?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, you're not gonna have much interest, but there's this show called Dan to Dan. It's an anime.
Oh, yes, I saw that this existed.
Very creative, wacky, kind of intense stuff happens where you're like, whoa, this is a little much. But it's fun and weird, and they released a movie that's technically cheating. It's like the first 4 episodes of the new season, but they make it like a movie since it's like one big arc thing.
Oh, cool.
And it was pretty fun. Now, when it ended, as I expected, everyone in the theater went, what? Like, they were all mad because it's a show. So it's like, we're not going to show you the whole season. So it ended on a cliffhanger, and I was like, it was still fun and felt kind of mainly movie-ish to me.
Oh, great.
So it was a fun time. Great animation. Real cool.
That sounds great to me. I saw that it existed, and I was like, should I say this? Maybe I will.
Without the first season, it probably won't make any sense, but hey.
Never stopped me before?
Never stopped. Yeah, they do a recap. They do a recap.
Sometimes I end up at some movie from India.
Yeah.
And I'm like halfway through it and I'm like, this must be a sequel because I don't know what the fuck's happening.
I have no clue what's happening.
I don't know. Yeah. They're acting like this character is someone I know and I do not know this character.
That's how I feel when I walk in late. I'm like, wait, I've definitely missed something. Smile too, I'll never forget that. I was like, oh God, something serious just happened. I have no clue.
Absolutely.
Why?
Something serious did happen.
I still need to rewatch to understand the full picture.
I'll watch it anytime.
I love it.
Any place.
Classic.
Love that movie.
Are we doing Phoenician Scheme? Do you have any interest, or are you like...
I'll watch Phoenician Scheme. I don't know. Is there something else exciting coming out this week?
I have no idea.
Tweet at us at FoodCourtCast. Let us know what's coming out this week. What do you want us to watch? I'll watch a Wes Anderson. I often have many good things to say about Wes Anderson movies, even though I like them much less than his early movies.
That's very true.
You know, there are some people who like this part more, some people who like that part more.
Maybe
whatever.
This one is a return to form. We don't know.
Maybe.
We don't know.
Tweet at us at FoodCourtCast.
Please.
Write us a review.
Please.
Give us 5 stars. Mm-hmm. Tell a friend.
Tell them.
Share a TikTok in your texts.
TikTok.
Share a TikTok in your texts. And thanks so much for listening. We love you.
We love you so much.
And we respect you. We love you, T-Boy.
T-Boy.
And tell us what to watch. Mampy?
Yeah.
On behalf of you, Mampy Hikes, first of all, I'd like to say thank you.
Thank you.
But second, on behalf of you, I would like to say thank you so much. And my name is Sean Parrott, and I'd like to say to everybody listening, bon appetit.